Good evening, folks. Happy Friday. Welcome back to another Prepar3D video. This evening we are in the Dreamliner 787-9 New United livery, New United colors, doing a real-world flight, United 295 Heavy out of San Francisco for Newark. Obviously that flight is done with the Dash 10 equipment, but we are still patiently waiting for QualityWings to release the Dash 10 series. I believe they previewed some features and photos just before FlightSimCon in June, but still nothing as of yet. So we're doing this flight in the Dash 9. We're currently, well, let's go ahead and see. We are currently 302 nautical miles from Newark. We are on with Cleveland Center at the moment, and we've been given descent clearance to cross Slate Rock at flight level 310. We have that programmed into the computer. It's about 80 nautical miles away, so we can start descent here in a couple of minutes. Newark, we've got some, let's take a look here at our weather. Last I checked, it was raining and we had winds out of the west. Yep, so still out of the west, 250 at 9, 10 statute of a mile, still raining. A few clouds at 5,000, scattered at 8, broken at 11, 26 degrees Celsius, altimeter at 2974. So not the best weather, but not too terrible either. We're going to plan 22 left. New York Center is online, so we'll have a ATC clearance for that, but hopefully he gives us 22 left. Flight radar shows that the real-world flights are landing the 22s at Newark currently. We're going to descend via the Foxtrot Quebec Mike 3 arrival into Newark. We've got restrictions at Raki, cross at 13,000, Sweet at 7,000, and then it's just vectors after Sweet. And like I said, Cleveland Center gave us Slate Rock at 310. Pretty straightforward arrival for us this evening. Making pretty good time and great speed. We're only 3 hours and 35 minutes into the flight, and we are already starting our descent here. So that is pretty good. So we'll go to vertical speed mode now and start descending down on 310. We've got our arrival numbers and information programmed in, so we are going to land with the configuration of flaps 30 and 143 for our VREF speed, plus a 5-knot wind correction. The minimums for 22 left is 200 feet, so I've got that programmed in, and 2974 is the altimeter down in New York currently. So other than that, really got nothing else but to sit back and monitor the aircraft.
Charlie Golf Romeo Tango 2, please. Go Romeo Tango 2, go ahead. Yeah, Boeing Romeo Tango 2, cross line PAL at and maintain 16,000, trying to altimeter 2978.
Okay, say again, we'll confirm my file at 16,000. And
You
say
can
again,
see those clouds building up here, the overcast,
affirmative. My PAL 16,000.
into New York.
978.
Roger, 2907. We'll descend.
Following 6 Golf Bravo, please carry on. Please.
That's affirmative. We're suspect and we're flight level 410. No problem.
6 Golf Bravo, heavy Roger. 752.
For parking purposes this evening at Newark, we're using Drzewiecki Designs Newark International Airport, New York Liberty International Airport. And it's not really up to date. It came out a couple years ago now. I want to say back in maybe 2012, 2013. There's supposed to be some heavy sea gates because that's where the Dreamliners and the heavy aircrafts park for United, but there aren't any. I mean, I could always adjust the parking dimensions through GSX, but I don't really want to bother with that today. So we're just going to come in and park at Delta 141. So again, hopefully we stick with 22 left. Hopefully that's given to us by New York, and really only need auto brake 1. It is raining, or else we could go no auto brake, but auto brake 1 will give us plenty of runway to stop, and we'll vacate at the end here for Delta 141. And that is pretty much it.
Bravo heavy 5.
Go for it.
Really looking forward to this Dash 10 variant by QualityWings.
Okay, 295, contact New York Center 125.32. Good night.
2532, have a great night and enjoy your weekend. Good night. New York Center, good evening. United 295 Heavy, descending now out of flight level 340, crossing Slat Rock at 310.
United 295, New York Center, cross back at 1000, Allentown, altitude 2977.
What's that altitude at Raki again, please?
Cross Raki at 13,000.
Okay, per the charts. Alright, cross Raki at 13,000, altimeter 2977, United 295 Heavy. Alright, so we got our clearance further now down to Raki, and we've got 13,000 programmed into the CDU. What I was saying about the Dreamliner, so read some of the features that it's supposed to have. It looks really promising, and some updates to some of the bugs that were going on. I've heard they've reworked the weather radar issue, although I've never had that issue with any of the versions they've had, even from the day one release, knock on wood. At least not for me, it hasn't plagued me, but they've seemed to have corrected that for other users, so that should be good. Transponder mode C never works with this, so you actually have to physically go into whatever pilot you are using for online flying if you do online flying. Like for me on VATSIM, we use vPilot. So this vPilot doesn't pick this up for some reason. So you have to actually click Mode C in vPilot to Squawk Mode Charlie. I think they fixed the issue with the emergency exit lights, little things here and there. GSX also with the new version has a tendency of bouncing the aircraft after it releases the tow truck, after it releases you on pushback. And the only way to fix that is to put the sim in slew mode and take it back out. So supposedly that's been addressed as well. I think they've reworked some of the textures of the aircraft, so that should be good. The Dash 10 looks amazing. For those of you that are Dreamliner fans or QualityWings Dreamliner fans, I think it's on their page. You can go ahead and check out some of the shots that they've done, some of the preview shots that they've done. So yeah, looking forward to it. Right now we're using tomato shade for some reason, and I hope they correct this as well. If you're running tomato, at least for me, the QualityWings Dreamliner or tomato shade still requests a profile for the QualityWings Dreamliner, even though it has a native PBR. So I don't have that problem with the PMDG 747. I have that installed, obviously, with tomato, and I leave the profile off and it's fine. But for some reason, if you do not install a profile for the QualityWings aircrafts, even though it has a native PBR, it's still messes up the textures. So I haven't been able to figure that out. I've asked some questions on some of the forums and whatnot, so if those of you have, if you have some insight, please let me know. So to me, the tomato shade is a bit too shiny. I think the native PBR looks a little better, but it is what it is for now. Alright, let's see how we're doing. We need to bring our speed back here. We're below flight level 300 as well, so we need to change to IAS instead of Mach, and we can get the seatbelt signs on now as well. And there's no speed restrictions on the charts, just altitude restrictions, so we'll judge it based on our distance, on how slow or fast we want to be. So I'm going to bring us way back here to about 320. Let me do our checklist. Let's see here. Recall. Looks good. Notes is good. Auto brake, like we said, will go level 1. Landing data, like I mentioned, 30143. Minimum's 200 feet. And we've briefed the approach already, so descent checklist is complete. Alright, looking good.
Near center, Delta 48 heavy, left clearance to Amsterdam.
Delta 48 cleared to Schiphol Airport. Order director is American and filed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 3701 during the after departure with means block 6656.
Delta 48 is cleared to Schiphol Radar vector, bypass Apollo 310, 010, Alaska, 6656, call 48 Heavy.
48 Heavy, redirect and discretion, service runway 22 right for departure. Kennedy altimeter 2974, contact from short altitude, taxi.
And we'll check the right, call 48 Heavy.
Really no great scenery coming into New York from the west. Really nothing to see here. Although we should get some nice shots of the city when we're making our base turn, or on the downwind rather. So that should be good. And for that, we're also using Drzewiecki. That would be Drzewiecki Design New York City X. Speed and descent profile still looks good.
Descent checklist
Is already completed.
Metro 5915, descend via discretion, cross the brakes at 14,000. Philly at Bell, altitude 97.
976, cross bridge at 14,000, Metro 5915.
Alright, let's see here. Through almost 19,000 now. This aircraft does have a tendency of being quite slippery, so I think we're still fine with the speed for now. We've got about 128 miles to the field. And we're passing transition now. 2977 is set. And we can do our approach checklist. Altimeters 2977 set. Approach checklist is complete. Let's make our speed 310 now. We've got a 40 knot tailwind, but that should subside as we descend in altitude here. Alright, let's make our speed 300 now. Weather doesn't look that bad, although we got some clouds up ahead here, so that's probably right over the airport. Seven miles to Raki. Profile looking good, and speed is looking good. And we'll get the terrain radar on this side. Alright, we are leveled here, 13,000. Waiting further clearance from New York Center.
United 295%, the appliance pressure across the suite at 7,000. And work altimeter 2974.
Pilot's discretion down is suite at 7,000, 2974 for Newark, United 295 Heavy, and for planning purposes, can we expect 22 left?
United 295, I'm expecting ILS 22 left approach in Newark.
We'll expect the ILS 22 left approaching in Newark, United 295 Heavy, thank you. Alright, so 22 left as expected, and suite now at 7,000 feet. And here's the rain here. Alright, we're going to be at 10,000 soon. At that point, we're going to want to make sure we're at 250 indicated. So let's slow to 280 now. This is interesting, I've never noticed that before. So we're on terrain radar here on the pilot monitoring side or first officer side, but it's still showing weather radar returns. So I don't know if that's a bug or that's just how it is on the Dreamliner.
Triple 8003, clear to San Juan Airport, radar vector shift and file. Maintain 5,000, expect the 3401 after. Departure with me, Fox 6640.
We'll just put it back to weather. Alright, that's 10,000. Landing lights can go on.
San Juan, we have the pending departure, vector to ship and file. We'll maintain 5,000.
Chop the cabin there.
And we'll swap 66. 40.303.
Triple 803, rate back correct, pushing discretion, expect runway 22 right for departure. Kennedy altimeter 2974, call me short of Alpha, wait for taxi.
And let's bring that speed back now to 250.
Altimeter 2994, and we'll call you for taxi. We'll call you short of Alpha, and we'll expect you right. Then triple 803.
Yeah, 295, parts suite heading 090.
Depart suite on a heading of 090, United 295 heavy.
Kennedy Delta 48, holding short of Alpha, 962 spread.
Delta 48, runway 22 right, taxi to the left, Bravo, Echo, Foxtrot, Bravo, cross.
Alright, we're about 75 miles to the field. Let's just bring our speed back a little more here.
Left Bravo, Delta Bravo, Fox Bravo, Echo, right.
That's left Bravo, Echo, Foxtrot, Bravo, cross runway 31 right.
I got you, right? Delta 48, Bravo, Fox, Echo, cross, corner, hold short, right.
4 miles to suite. We've got some nasty weather here, so hopefully that doesn't affect us too much. I'm not liking these pockets here on the return, but I guess we'll see. Looks like we'll be going below it anyway, so shouldn't be too bad. Alright, heading select 090. Let's make the speed 240 now. Yeah, we should be ducking right below these CBs here.
United 295, 7 maintain 5,000.
5,000 now, United 295 heavy.
Good evening. The phone is on heavy. You're connecting by 4 p.m. +5. Connect at 2-9-74.
I'm upon 9 here. Center turn some flight standby.
Let's make that speed 230. Adjusting for that 18 knot tailwind there.
Upon 9, you're cleared to Tokyo Narita Airport. Rookie 6 departure, then is filed. Upon via 6 departure with me, squawk 6 tree tree.
E2 destination as flight by X, walking 66, E3 departure with you on the.
I'm upon 9 and open to Han. Heavy reback is correct, pushing starting discretion, expect runway 22 right for departure. Kennedy altimeter 2974, Coleman ready for taxi.
974, into to right on the Honda heavy.
Alright, let's go 220 on the speed.
Metro 5915 cross Cedar Lake at 8,000.
Say again.
Metro 5915 cross Cedar Lake at 8,000.
Cross at 8,000, Metro 5915.
Coming over just over Broadway. Should see Teterboro off to our northeast soon. Alright, I'm gonna go flaps 1 now. And these weather returns need work as well. Hopefully they've reworked that. My friend Jonathan hates this. It's just done so poorly, and it really makes it hard for you to see your routing. Other than that, cockpit textures are great. Hopefully they keep that up. I've always been impressed with these textures inside and out. Looks really good.
United 57 maintain 3,000 speed 210.
United 95 down to 3,000 speed 210. Go flaps 5 now.
Ladies and gentlemen, in preparation for landing, please return all seat backs and pin cables to their upright positions.
And here comes the rain. That's our airport there. And I would turn the weather radar off, but the ND rings are tied to the weather radar switch. So again, that's not how it's done.
Turn right heading 120.
120 on the heading, United 295 Heavy. That's not how it's done on the other Boeings. I don't know if the Dreamliner is like that, or that's just the way QualityWings decided to model it.
United 295 mistaken, sir, your audio is mumbled.
Right 120, United 295 Heavy. Yeah, I don't know if that's just the way they decided to model it. And there's the city coming into view here, lovely New York City.
Delta 48 Heavy, clear New York radar contact, final maintain 11,000 to altitude. United 295, so maintain 2,000.
2000 now, United 295 Heavy.
Metro 59, 15 depart.
That 13 knot tailwind is not really helping us out here.
Depart Cedar Lake 010 Metro 5915, and are we okay at this altitude?
And Metro 5915, Roger, cross Cedar Lake, VOR at 8,000 is public.
So we're going to cross Cedar Lake at 8,000 and depart it at 010 on the heading Metro 5915.
Delta 48, I went to 1,000.
Delta 48, turn left heading to 050.
Let's get down a little faster here.
Left heading 050, Delta 48 is.
It's a nice shot of the city.
25.
United 295, 5 miles from Valley. Turn right heading 190. Maintain 1,500 till established. Clear out west from which to left approach.
Right 190, maintain 1,500 till established clear ILS. Runway 22 left approach, United 295 Heavy.
Delta 48, proceed direct to Merritt, final maintain 17,000.
Maritime maintain 1,000, Delta, get there.
Brigade 4656, New York Center, squawk 6667.
Flight 6667.
Overshot the localizer a bit, but that's fine. Coming back on course now.
Brigade 4656, radar contact 100 miles northeast to Calverton, VOR. Set and maintain flight 200.
Our missed approach altitude is 2,000 feet, so we'll leave that plugged in. And we are fully visual now, so my aircraft. I'll go ahead and take flaps.
United 295, wind 260 at 9 runway 22 left clear land.
22 left clear land, United 295 Heavy. Alright, checklist. A bit low on profile, it's straight up here.
Roger, report back.
5 mile final, landing checklist. Speed brake is armed, landing gear down, flaps 30 reaching, landing checklist is complete.
Out upon 9 headway 22
Landing check,
right.
check.
Taxi via
Already done, sir.
Alpha Echo Foxtrot Bravo 4 out to runway 31 right.
It's the outer marker.
Echo Foxtrot and Bravo 31 right, Delta 49.
And we'll slow to our final approach speed here now.
1995, be about 11 miles west of Whiskey 310.
Fidelity United 1995, New York Center, welcome aboard.
1,000.
Let's check. Alright, don't really need the wipers anymore. We'll shut that off.
The 48, leave my airspace to the northeast. Boston Center is closed for the change approval. Thanks for your help, 48.
Sorry about the performance there. We literally have like 3 airports gloating at the same time. We've got Kennedy, we've got LaGuardia, we've got Newark, and obviously New York City X. So, and we're recording and simming in 4K. So it's really working out the PC. Continue and landing.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Hold that nose, hold that nose, hold that nose. Slowly let it down. There we go. $70 knots out of reverse and right down to the end like we planned. We'll go to manual braking here.
295, welcome home, exit right when able, you can cross runway 22 right.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Use
we will
active
be
parking
taxiing for the next few minutes, so please remain seated.
Thanks for the welcome home. Exit right, Alpha November to parking, United 295 Heavy.
At that time, please remember to check around the receiving area in the seat pockets
Metro
and overhead
59,
bins for
I was
all
trying to take that
reserved
exit,
ways
but
that you're going forward. Please take
the aircraft wouldn't steer right for some reason.
Metro 59, 15.
Anyway, disarm the auto brake, and we get the flaps and spoilers disarmed. This stupid weather radar can go now. Alpha November to parking. That was the other intersection. No worries. 4 hours and 17 minutes airtime. And we've crossed all runways, so we can get the strobe off and the turn-offs off. We said D41.
Metro 5915, turn right, being 040.
Left turn 040 up, Metro 5915.
Turn right at 0.
Why are the...
Metro 5915 has a right turn at 040.
040 Metro 5915.
That is strange.
Yeah, it looks like you're going to be down the thing now on a 060 because you're too far out now.
Showing that the parking is a stand, but that's not correct.
060 Metro 5915.
Revoke parking services for now. Let's figure this out. Let's try B44. This aircraft really gets away from you quickly. Alright, so right turn or left turn here. And into B44. We'll kill the rest of these lights.
Down the pond, 9 heavy, hold short, runway 2 right.
Vision right on the 498.
Botch that parking, and we forgot to turn on the APU, so we'll just go direct to external power. And we'll kill the engines.
There's a takeoff.
Transponder can go. Beacon off. Seatbelts off. Hydraulics off. Window heats off. Flight deck door open, fuel pumps off, packs off.
Okay, Delta 942, hold short, runway 2 right. And on the pond, fly 9 heavy, fly runway heading. Wind 24011, runway 22 right, clear for takeoff. Clear for takeoff.
Takeoff on to the right on runway heading on the 498.
Okie dokie. Thanks again, as always, my friends, for watching. Feel free to leave your tips,
010
comments, your feedback. Always open to hearing what you guys gotta say. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video and the content. Until next time, take care. See ya.
How's discussion? And Rocky at 1313,000.